worked it. Please, once more, trust us. Let's know that we are together. Okay. Bye.
Some people are kept face down in a truck standing nearby, and the press questioned General Tunke Elias, commander of the 2nd Gendarmerie Region, on that.
People you've seen behind as among suspects. They are just suspects. But what I can assure you of is that we are going to investigate right now and to see whether they are part of the enemy or not.
In relationship between them and the element he has sent to protect them.
Some of the other military, when they come, they don't treat us as if we are the citizens of Cameroon. Instead, they might treat us in a way that we even feel bad when we see even young children. Young children now, when they see the military coming, they are running. They are running. So we find it bad. I don't know.
Responding, General Eba Eba noted, adding that there is a possibility that the military can also have Amba boys as soldiers, with hidden intention to frustrate the call.
My fellow Ambazonians, knowing that today their general, they don't publicly acknowledge them, say they are military, they create Amba boys in order to frustrate the Ambazonia people's aspiration and quest for freedom. This one, it finally proved all what you don't talk since 2017, especially for 2018, and especially when all the kind bad thing them, they don't happen for Ambazonia in the name of Amba boys. As we don't tell the international community what defense forces, they get a code of conduct and the spirit of the revolution, and will make them be known for the international system. Say La République du Cameroun, it create proxy forces for do this thing in order for tarnish the image of the fighting of the true liberators of Ambazonia. Today, Cameroon government, they don't accept, so they get Amba boys. We also hope, now when they don't accept, so they get Amba boys from Ambazonia, for them and their people, the way that they work for them, for bear the responsibility of the kind crazy things that don't happen for Ambazonia. Just the last two weeks, the one we happen for Moyoka, where they cut that girl in neck. We hope say they go also accept them, as the boy we cut that girl neck, he don't accept. Say he dey under Samuel Sako. He work under Samuel Sako. We hope say they go also accept the Pastor Christopher with the Kili. And all other Ambazonians, where they don't kill them for these kind of circumstances. The Cameroon military don't accept this thing. We hope say the spokesman of Cameroon government, when it comes to human rights, Agbobala, he go write a report. Say Cameroon government, he get Amba boys, and those they are Amba boys, they don't commit atrocities to Ambazonia. So that ye the Agbobala we talk say stand for human rights. He too, he go do a part on behalf of Cameroon government, because Cameroon government don't acknowledge them. Make it to come acknowledge them as well. Make them acknowledge them. So my fellow Ambazonians, look, we be understand say no go be easy. We understand how the colonial system they work. We understand, we don't want the Ambazonian people say they go do more crazier things, especially the fact say United Nations General Assembly don't come. It come up for September 22nd. We know say they go do more crazier things. Using their proxy groups, their proxy Amba boys. We know say they go do more crazy things. All those things, no matter what La République du Cameroun go do, it no go derail the Ambazonian people, their quest for a free homeland. It no go change the conversation. It no go change the narrative of, say, na a war of occupation, na a war with the Ambazonian people, they want freedom. Say, na a war for end the fraudulent union. It no go change that narrative. and it no go change that truth and the foundation of this revolution. No matter how many villages that the Republic of Cameroon born am, the end of Cameroon occupation don't come. No matter how many Ambazonia they butcher am using their proxy Amba boys, the end of Cameroon occupation don't come. This war will probably be declared for the Ambazonian people. As what people be warned probably na the end of the fraudulent union. So no matter how la Republique du Cameroon, it want send their army now for the same communities where they don't burn them down, rape mommy them, rape sister them, cut people their head them for markets for town for road. Catch thousands and thousands and thousands. Go put them for secret prisons and all across Ambazonia and Cameroon. And send what people they all may go live for bush. Now the same military they go now, go to beg the people then say, then they come now for defend the people then. And then tomorrow they will come again for those same communities, kill people them, drive people them, arrest people them. My people them. Now the end of the occupation. This frustration, where they go now go recruit na Amba boys, create proxy Amba boys. They know say the end don't come. And they be one do the worst. Just like every time when the French colonial system want end, they always destroy everything before they leave. This one, it not going to be any different. What assurance for our people. The leadership want assure the Ambazonian people. Say la Republique it not only be defeated from Ambazonia, but would not also defeat them economically in terms of through our economic sabotage strategy. Cameroon as a state, it don't end. It don't be bankrupt. They don't get money even for pay, even that military them. Small time money no go there for pay them again. The council for Yaoundé, they not fit pay them. They not fit pay the workers for the council for Yaoundé. They not fit pay the workers for the council for Douala. They not fit pay the workers for the council even for Bamenda. They not fit pay the workers for the council or for the colonial council for Boya. So what to be left of Cameroon? What to be left? Nothing. The end don't come. We want to assure the Ambazonian people the strategy with the leader of a war of independence, the AGOFC and the ADF, they lay them out for the Ambazonian people. A factor in all these things. And for be able to contain these things while it maintain the spirit of the resistance, and then forgive the people them the freedom where they deserve them. The leader be tell we say no go easy. The leader be tell we say for end occupation, for a people for be free, not been an easy journey. But the Ambazonian people, this generation, the generation when a General Ivory picking them, this generation, the bravest in the history of the world, with all that brutality, with all that pain, with all that suffering, with all that chaos, the Ambazonian people don't stand strong. That spirit of defiance, we don't show them. We want mommy, they don't show them collectively through the consistent ghost towns. One tank on a plenty. One tank all what papa them and what mommy them for the resistance. One tank what defense forces them for the way they don't conduct themselves, for the level of professionalism and expertise, for the level of courage and bravery where they don't show them against all odds. For not only navigate, for fight, not only for fight like the Republic of Cameroon army and defeat them, but also for confront and navigate their own Amba boys, like the Republic of Cameroon Amba boys. So in the face of all these challenges, what defense forces, they don't emerge very strong. So I want can tell you now and encourage all man, would already be a free people. For the first time for the Ambazonian people, their history, the world, the international system, the biggest, highest institutions for the whole world, they talk directly with the leadership of our revolution. Ambazonians, they need to go beg the world. Oh, when I just sorry we know, when I can't hear what happen now. No. The strategy for the world, for recognize we, for honor we, for see we as a party to the conflict. The strategy be power off. Now for make we be powerful. Now for make the Ambazonian people them powerful people. A people the way they go challenge Cameroon militarily, diplomatically. And we don't challenge them, and we don't defeat them, and we don't win them. So we did now for a place where now Cameroon, it don't take body run. Now Cameroon we don't be defeated. Now Paul Biya we live in hiding. Now La République du Cameroon now the back, not be Ambazonia. The world they come to the Ambazonian people then. The Ambazonian people need to go for the world because the Ambazonian people get Ambazonia. And because we don't defeat Cameroon and show them for the international system, so we'll get total dynamic control on the ground. And so any talks where they want to get them about peace, those talks they must be not talks about the self-determination of the Ambazonian people, the freedom of the Ambazonian people. Ambazonian people, they are right for a free homeland. The talks must be in between a conflict between Cameroon and Ambazonia. And the world don't embrace that one. So since 2017, when I see all kind groups, they come out. They use the force of argument. May the world come back them. May the world go back Cameroon. Make Cameroon just can't talk for the Ambazonian people them. You know waka? Until the leader tell we say, if we not make Ambazonia maybe powerful, the world no go respect we, it no go take we serious, and the matter, the palaver go still be for Cameroon in hand. We build a powerful defense force. We brave generals, brave soldiers, brave commanders. The Ambazonian people start from mobilize. From $1 to $2, from $10 to $100, from $100 to $1,000. Ambazonian people mobilize hundreds of thousands of dollars for buy the weapons, for buy the materials, for put them all across Ambazonia. And then what defense forces, they start to take the bees down, take the army down, chase the police, chase the gendarme. The world can't see and say the Ambazonian people don't take total control. The leader can't tell the Ambazonian people that. We're not there for place we're there today, where the United Nations, they talk directly with the leadership of our war of independence and our international experts. They engage the Ambazonian people now because we put the guns and the bullet for ground for defend Ambazonia. As the leader will tell we, without a powerful defense system, diplomacy, it is like a toilet paper where you don't shit, you wipe your last. It be useless. Now only a powerful defense force. Now they give you the diplomatic currency for the world for take you serious. And no better people for the 21st century. They don't show this level of courage and intelligence and strategy than the Ambazonian people. Than the leadership of the Ambazonian Defense Forces and the leadership of Governing Council of Ambazonia. They create an impeccable roadmap for defeat Cameroon for all fronts. And they lay out a clear strategy for the Ambazonian people for follow-up. Today, everything where they don't lay them out for the Ambazonian people, it don't yield the intended results for the Ambazonian people. Everything where Dr. Ayabacho lay them out for the Ambazonian people, it don't yield the intended results now. The Ambazonian War of Independence, it will be the shortest war of independence for the 21st century. The Ambazonian people will be the only people in the world where they use their bare hands. They use intelligence, they use strategy, and they dismantle an international conspiracy. And they end a mighty occupation will be funded and run by the international system. They will be the only people for the world. So, now we don't come out a few months ago, some group of Ambazonians where they never ever, even when they kill wa mommy them, kill wa papa them, kill wa sister them, rape wa people them, send them for bush. All these people, they she don't quiet for America. They she don't quiet. They never ever take $1, say make the gear for the defense boys them for ground, make the defend what people them. They she don't quiet. In the face of a brutal genocide, where you get 750,000 Ambazonians that they live for bushes, 500 villages they don't be burned down. These Ambazonians, where they live for America, they call themselves say big people. They call themselves say professionals. They call themselves say they be people. They don't study big book. They should don't quiet. They should don't quiet. The moment the year say negotiations they come, now so they run. Now so they start run like rats. Like rats where they don't see corn. Like rats where they don't see chop. Now so they start for come up for all kind side. Now so they can't gather. They say they want go, they want be the people the way they go negotiate and dialogue on behalf of the Ambazonia people them. When Ambazonia they bleed, Ambazonia they stay for bush. Our sisters and our brothers they stay for, they become refugees. They sleep for bare floors for Nigeria. Our defense forces with their bare hands, with their empty foot, they defy La République du Cameroun. They not come out for support Ambazonia. They not come out for challenge Cameroon occupation of Ambazonia. These people, they should not quiet for America. They should not quiet. Because they be big people. Yes, they be big people. Make the small people, they go fight, they die. And then the big people, then will big book. Where they think say they be big people, big book. They call themselves, say they be neutral. In the face of a genocide, where they rape mommy them, rape picking them, kill people them. They say they be neutral. They no one put their mob there. Oh, they be neutral. Today, now they want come out. We not be neutral again. We not be neutral again. Now they want come out. They don't go form an organization, the coalition for negotiation and dialogue. And then they say, oh, now make all Ambazonia, they come out, they can't rally around them. So that then they feel, because since then they be big people then for America, they get access for go for the State Department. Oh yes, we'll be big people for America. We get access for the State Department. We get access for all the big people then for America. Well, Ambazonians, big manism, this elitism. Yes, we'll be big people for America. So we'll get access to the State Department. We'll get access to the senators. We'll get access to this. Really? When I get access for all those big people in America, and America will give an independence, or one of the boys and for down. Who's that wanna be there? When Paul Biya declare war for the Ambazonian people then? Any man don't start now for can't position himself and herself for reap what they not sow. For go speak for a war where they not fight. How some other people they go raise money, fight war, and then you come out. You can't climb on top all the blood and the suffering of our people then. And then you say you want to go speak on behalf of the Ambazonian people then. The time for experiment don't pass. The time of the skakoof don't pass. There will be no recreation of another skakoof. There will be no recreation of anything. Secretariat. You want from secretariat? Come take all down a big people their money for America. Come put them for down. Give them for our boys them. Make the defend homeland. If you be interest for the interest, if you get any interest and you get any love for the freedom of the Ambazonian people, and if you want to speak for the Ambazonian people, take money, come put them, give them for the defense of homeland. Come off outside, can't show your face for outside. Say you stand for the freedom of Ambazonia. Now your money this or guns and bullets for the Ambazonian people them. Other people no go fight and you go do the talking on their behalf. Una stop this una madness. And una stop this una nonsense. The time for experiment, defense experiment and diplomatic experiment don't be over. We don't win the trust of the international system. The leadership of the Ambazonian War of Independence. It gives the Ambazonian people them a roadmap. It lay out a clear strategy for defeat Cameroon. We no go undermine that leadership. We no go ever, no organization, no body, it go undermine the leadership. We don't bleed, sweat, commit, sacrifice for the Ambazonian people them. We no go undermine that leadership. And any political confusion must stop. Any political madness must stop. The United Nations, they talk directly with the Ambazonian people them. And the leadership for this war of independence. There's no more confusion. They don't accept our position. They project power. And we don't assert ourselves through an effective defense strategy and a diplomatic offensive strategy. And we don't win the trust and respect of the international system. When I stop una madness, there will be no recreation of another skakoof. There will be no recreation of infiltrated systems. There will be no repeat of the past. There will be no repeat. This revolution get leadership. We not align with that leadership or we not fucking toe the line. Align with the leadership. We don't help the Ambazonian people them secure place where they today. Build the most powerful defense structure on the ground. Defeat La République du Cameroun for every part diplomatically. We not honor ourselves, we not respect ourselves, and we not be if we not love Ambazonia. And if we not want to make Ambazonia get the freedom we want them, we not align with the leadership. We not align with the people, their aspiration. We not align with the defense of homeland. Our best advice for all we na go join Sisi Kwayok Tabe, IG Care, so that we na fit give them advice. If we want to play any role for Ambazonian people, their revolution, we na do already start the working relationship with Ayok Tabe and IG Care. We na do already start them. Or we na do already start them. We na best bet for una forget for be effective and una for contribute. That system need a lot of help. It need help. The Governing Council of Ambazonia, it already collaborate with Sisi Kwayok Tabe, IGK and the consortium. Una go gather ourselves around Sisi Kwayok IGK so that una fit provide them with the necessary expertise where they need them. As a team, as Ambazonians, the Ambazonian people go set up a team of experts through these collaborative platforms for speak on the Ambazonian for speak on behalf of the Ambazonian people. Then the leadership of this war, Ambazonian War of Independence, it go speak, it go as the lead, and it go continue for speak on behalf of the Ambazonian people. Then we don't penetrate the international system at the highest level. A series of meetings that they take place every single day, every single night. Not because we go create something where we try for can't talk say now we don't gather all the movements together. Not because of that one. Now because of an effective strategy. An effective diplomatic offensive strategy for win the trust of the international system and gain their confidence through pragmatism, vision and strategy, and the projection of power. We'll not get there now because we'll go gather, we'll talk to will be the majority. Now war this. Now the power of the guns, Now the power of our defense forces and for ground. Now the power of the fighting spirit for ground. Now I don't elevate the Ambazonia people for this place today. Not be that old dead ideology. We elites, they go wait. When the one day when they call themselves, say they don't go school, right? They don't go school, they don't know nothing. They go fight. If a soldier fit fight, defeat an occupational system. Then now which kind of school you go? You pass it. They build guns, make explosives, design strategy, defeat Cameroon, be army, police, gendarme. When I look out there, when I look out fine, not at the generation this. When I look out fine. This war, Ambazonia War of Independence, you get a leadership. We give the people them a roadmap, a vision, a roadmap, and a strategy. When I want to play a role, when I gather money, come openly. Openly. When I take money, when I she don't take money. Now, instead for gather, for see how we fit defend homeland and make ground zero may be powerful. Now when I don't come on, we want to go create a conference for bring all Ambazonian together and then we see how we figure a majority view like say the Ambazonian people. September 22nd not be articulate with the Ambazonian people one time. October 1 not be articulate with the Ambazonian people the one time. The fighting on the ground is not articulate with the Ambazonian people the one time. When we don't gain the trust of the international system, and while leadership is educate the international system enough about this matter, and they don't accept our position. Now the UN, it move in with speed. And Cameroon, it don't decommit for back. Cameroon don't decommit. Because of how the leadership don't engage the international system. First, educate the international system enough. Because the international system not be know what the palaver be about. As much as Ambazonia they be expect say the UN know about the story, you know this, they don't know. Now all archives. Leadership take time for educate all them. Educate all the international system. And those who matters about Ambazonia and La République. About the history. About the fraudulent union. About the occupation and annexation of Ambazonia. And about, say, no treaty never ever exist. Britain not be finished what is supposed to end for finisher. And they tell them say that the root causes and this. Now the war being about that one. Now when one can start another confusion. When I look out fine. When I look out fine. We not go tolerate any of this confusion and we not go tolerate any of this madness. Make the people of coalition for negotiation and dialogue, may they take note. The time for experiment don't pass. Now, the time for defend the independence. Now, the time for speak with power and demonstrate that power now for ground. Not be for she don't conference by conference. Forget a majority view. The history now majority view. Ambazonia the majority view. The territory itself, its history, its boundaries, it give you that status. We don't need any majority view. For some democratic process, we want to try to establish them by saying we don't bring everybody together. If you want them, if another one you want establish a majority view, go conduct referendum for Ambazonia. Yam focus. Una stop this nonsense. We respect all una. All we be brothers, but make this nonsense end. Make this nonsense end. Any man just want position himself. Una want reap what you una no sow. Una go speak for a war where una no fight. A war where una no put come. But una want go speak on behalf of those people. When the governing council of Ambazonia and the leadership of Ambazonia Defense Forces, it make a compelling case of the Ambazonian people. After all the blackmailing, after all the sabotage, when La Republique use some Ambazonians for destroy this leadership and destroy our defense forces, Ground Zero still stands strong. Thanks to this leadership. Thanks to the courage of Dr. Eba. Thanks for a tenacity. We thank you for a courageous spirit. As they not destroy, it stands for defend Ambazonian people, their interests, like no other human being don't ever do since 1961. Una either rally around this, behind this leadership, or una shut the fuck up. The time for experiment not be over. No man go participate. The governing council of Ambazonia, it no go participate for any other Nyamfuka system in the name of a joint secretariat, in the name of another skakuf, for create another infiltrated system, just because now another way for drag the governing council of Ambazonia and the ADF into La Republique de Cameroun infiltration. It no go happen. We make progress. All una infiltrated systems, they don't fail una. Now La Republique de Cameroun want use una for try another last attempt for hijack the revolution and then change the discourse. Not before this time. Not before this moment. Not before this generation. Una respect una selves. If una want speak for Ambazonia, una come off outside, raise money as we do am. Raise money as Capo they do am. Raise money as Dr. Eba, Dr. Eba they do am every day. Raise money as VP Nye they do am every day. Raise money as Benedict Kwa they do am every day. Raise money as Deputy Kavi they do am every day. Raise money as Mama Wali they come every day. For raise money, defend homeland. If una want speak for the Ambazonian people, una come out, raise money for the defense of homeland. Other people know will fight, and then una want come out can speak. It must end. Other people know go do all the work. Get right into the heart of the international system. Get the international system, make it come to the Ambazonian people. Acknowledge we. And for the bring La Republique for table. Right when La Republique already enter for negotiating table because La Republique don't commit through the UN. If you tell another one, we are not distract we. We are not distract we Ambazonians. Coalition for dialogue. We are no more distraction, no more confusion, and no more distraction. We are stop the madness. If we get experts. Ayoktabe IGK, una go rally around Ayoktabe IGK. If una really be interested for play any role for waiting to come up for the Ambazonian people them, then not been at the time this way when I go talk say, well, see this man with the call leader of Dr. Eba. See how this man don't carry the cross for the liberation of Ambazonia for his head. Not been at the time this way when I go rally, when I go talk say, okay, Dr. Eba, how will he help? How will he help? How will he help the ADF so that we build Ground Zero maybe a long more stronger? How will he help? Either you rally around the leadership of a war of independence or you fucking toe the line. Rally around the defense and protection of the Ambazonian people then. Or you fucking toe the line. Other people no go fight, and then other people go speak on their behalf. It no go happen. When I want participate for the war, when I put money for the defense of homeland. And they talk that for today. I hope say this message go directly for the people them, for our brother them and our sister them, where they don't come together in the spirit of coalition for negotiation and dialogue. That the message that we go take a very strong position. Any person who want mess up or delay the Ambazonian people their revolution, they will not go tolerate them. The time for experiment don't end. Make a living for day. If any person get any call, you get anything we want Adam, you get anything we want talk, I go open the line for calls. I get a few minutes for take calls.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
All right, I go open the lines for calls.
Bluetooth connected.
The lines will be open for any person we want call.
Calling on the population of Yokemoyoka to be careful of the working relationship between them and the element he has sent to protect them.
Some of the other military, when they come, they don't treat us as if we are the citizens of Cameroon. Instead, they might treat us in a way that we even feel bad when we see even young children. Young children now, when they see the military coming, they are running. They are running. So we find it bad. I don't know.
Responding, General Eba.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for all the work that you do and for giving me this opportunity to make a comment following the conversation for today. I just wanted to add that we are at a very critical point in our history, and we are equally at a place where anyone that is not informed as of today as to who they want to stand behind should take themselves out of the revolution completely, because we're at a place where we should each know exactly what has been going on, and we should be able to identify who the leader of this revolution is and rally all of our efforts behind that leadership and that institution and support them to see this through. There is no reason for which new organizations,
We lost that call. We don't know what happened. We just the call just end. So we'll be back if we fit more, see if we fit connect with our comrade again.
Thank you, and I'm very glad to be joining your program this morning. I am so sorry that we had some technical difficulties.
Go ahead, sir.
So thank you. I just wanted to add that at this particular point in time, I don't know when we got disconnected, but I hope that your listeners can understand that at this particular point in time in our history, we should all know those that have been doing the heavy lifting, those that have had a plan, that the plan has been put in place and is being gradually executed and yielding results, and we can all see those results. There is no reason for which we should be thinking about this, and everyone that really wants to see us forward should rally behind the leadership that has a plan, that has been executing this plan, and that has been moving us forward. So we are also at a point where a critical moment where the needs continue to rise as we get closer to end times. That I would call on each and everyone watching this today to consider redoubling your efforts, especially in terms of financing and or otherwise, and strengthening making sure that they are stable enough to continue to do what they need to do in order to see us through. But that said, consider TTOF.net and other forms to continue to support this. Thank you so much, comrade. Thank you for all the work you do.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Now, one of our brother that for that side for also for America. Now in that way, don't stand, rally behind the forces, rally behind what people them, rally for make sure say homeland be strong and it be defended and it be protected. Thank you very much. The lines will be open while we play video for honor.
As you can see, this is the first, and behind you can see the second unit, specialized unit of the contender force directly under the Supreme Commander of Big Number, General Eba. These forces forms the tip of the spear of the Ambazonian War of Independence. Following closely behind will be the 2nd Regiment of the Contender Force, specialized unit.
For any person you want call, while to show the bravery, strength, and the power of our defense forces. The lines will be open.
This is the Alpha unit that surrounds the general during operations. It's the 2nd Regiment of Specialized Unit of the Contender Force in the ADF.
The lines will be open, fellow Ambazonians. The lines will be open for anybody want call. The lines will be open. The lines will be open.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to clap for this young man as they have proclaimed to the world that Ambazonia is a contender, and they are progressing to the Ambazonian people that the ADF will forever remain the army of the people.
These are another unit of specialized forces of the contender force under the 2nd Overall Commander of the Ambazonian Defense Forces.
Now our army than this. Now our soldier than this.
This unit is made of a single strike force.
Now our community than this.
Of General X,
where they rally together,
overall commander
they stand
of
together
the Ambazonian Defense
and
Forces.
defeat Cameroon. Today, that they don't give you a diplomatic victory. Good afternoon, Mama, for all our forces them.
Good afternoon, PS. Thank you so much for the education that you have given and for the opportunity. See, this thing, not been a thing for say PhD, MA, MBA, all that big title, work still there for ground. Any man where you are aligned himself, speaking there for ground, they still need plenty of guns and bullets. The whole weekend, about 10 different groups them. I mean, different picking the one, never ever talk for them. They call me, so when they cry, say what they come up for their eye. La Republic, they try to finish them all. When you again will end with a country with nobody to live in. Any man where you are support place today, guns, bullets, and bombs will support them who get a country where we still get enough men them. We don't want to end up with a country of only women. When we young boy, they just kill them now because they be a young boy. Any man where you think that you want go, she don't talk. Tiko no go drink kumba drunk. May they start now, come out, raise money, send them, may they buy guns, bullets, and pop to defeat the enemy and push them out of the territory completely. Because she don't, they contribute anything. They contribute when I take the money, chop them. They contribute to one thing I drop when I take the money, chop them. Begin and they for ground, they cry every day. One eye granite, they never see them. One eye stick, they never see them. All the now, when they don't go stop and say, we're government. They don't come now for ADF. First thing are material. And the ask us, say, tell we una government. I not even blame that beginner in the first place because people are there for diaspora. They record themselves doctor and MBA holders them with very, very sophisticated brains. They go pay the first camp. They don't see any delivery. They The commander go shoot up for one say drop. Then when they come for buy a pin, they'll buy one pin for $20. We go struggle, put that money in together, so tax will save. All we got to open will sponsor them. All we got to open will wallet them. All we got to go for retirement fund them. All we got to say will see them. Say will close them. Say will extra motor them. Because we see the necessity for the picking them for not die. So she don't cross their foot. They are out of touch. They are completely out of touch. Let them assign somebody to talk to Ground Zero and deal and interact with the boys on Ground Zero. They will see the necessity to arm those boys, and then they will go out and raise money and arm those boys instead of putting their PhD and their MBA in a long letter, thinking that they will go and sit and dialogue. We are on Ground Zero. We will fight. We will fight and fight. Let them keep dialoguing. We'll be in the ground shooting our way to independence. We don't need a crowd. We need few responsible people that know what they are fighting for. Talking will not give us independence. Firepower on Ground Zero will help us. It is the firepower on Ground Zero that is giving us the power now to talk to the international community, and they think that they will come and all those people that are collecting money on behalf of Ground Zero, I promise you, I'm starting a campaign. Those boys that are calling me and crying, I will be sending their pictures to those boys, and they will start dealing with them, with their families on Ground Zero before they get there. Enough is enough. We are tired of crying. We don't even have tears in our eyes to cry again because of thieves and scammers, enablers that want to sit behind, and when people have worked extremely hard, they want to show up now and put their PhD and their MBA behind their name. Then they say, thunder, where you go fire them. Make them fuck themselves. Thunder, where you go fire them, is still ready. If any man no respect himself. For the boys that are fighting on the ground, this battle, they will say it is ordained by God. Una take, una time, una fight the right fight. All the ones, the way they reform, where they do the right thing, that's just a mistake. But some these fighters then, they go naturally die because if you're not clean, you're not going to fight this war. This war is in the spiritual realm as well in the physical. So fighters there for Ground Zero, any man where is listening, please follow your respect and do what you're supposed to do. Don't do anything where you're not supposed to be anti-revolutionary because you go far before they go for the last battle. And the last battle no go far from now. Thank you so much, PS, and I yield.
Thank you very much. Now in that, now our sister that, now our mommy that, for all the defense forces them. Now in that every day, it look how if he take care of the wounded soldiers, how if he take care for the soldier who they don't kill him, how if he help the family, may they get a burial. How if he take care of Peking, when some soldier go for battle and not come back, a foreign hero, how if he take care of a Peking? How if he take care of a Peking? How if he make sure say boys they get the guns and the bullet for defend and protect themselves, defend and protect the community and liberate homeland? Every day. Ambazonians, ordinary Ambazonians, they commit for TTOF. They get 2 jobs. They get 3 jobs. Just to make sure so if he put $50 extra for buy guns and bullet for defend the women and children of Ambazonia. Ordinary Ambazonians, they go the extra mile for do their own part. For say wait if we do am. For make sure say we invoke the responsibility for protect. For defend our people them. Before una want come out with una big book them. Now after they don't kill all Ambazonians them, and then una come out with big book. Now say because una be neutral. Neutral. Ambazonians, the lines will be open. Any man, I beg, call, tell this book people them. Tell them say the real book people, they didn't for Ground Zero. The real book people where Ambazonia get them now the General Ivos. Now the real book people than that. The real book people, now the General Efangs. Now the Lieutenant General Popo. Now the General Cobra, na the General Sumanguru, na the General Hassan, na the General Ebube, na Commander Capo, na Captain Small Pikin, na General Small Pikin, na the real generals them that, na the real people them that where they get sense, na the people them that where they get the biggest book, na the General Arukes, na the General Katas. Good evening, sir. Hello? Hello? What forces them? Now be the heroes. Now they get the courage for stand up for fight Amoka. For stand up for fight a sophisticated army. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello? Yes, it did like say get some small you want talk. Okay, ma connect you may talk for Ambazonia them, yeah? All right, sir. Go ahead. This corner from ground zero. So go ahead. We're brother for ground zero. Go ahead. Talk for Ambazonia them year.
Yes, now from ground zero, from Yale camp, from Asani camp.
The lines will be open, my fellow Ambazonians. The lines will be open. Ambazonians, before we now want see La République du Cameroun, their news agency, before the one start for arrange something and announce something, we want to know say La République du Cameroun, their hand inside. Now in that university, as we got the talk show for here, me photo don't go announce them. Say this organization, who they call and say coalition for negotiation, for dialogue and negotiation. They already announced them. Say that they call for a conference. Before La République du Cameroun, their newspaper then. The one stuff I announced on Timor and no say, oh, wonders. When I go get una conference them, who get our guns and for ground? Why when I beg the world may can't talk for una? The world they come directly to the leadership for can't talk for we. We go see who be who. Align with ourselves. When I stop for turn up and down. When I buy guns. The lines will be open for any person who want call. Good evening, comrade. right now, right now, I bet we're talking about different things. So maybe if one bring about that one, more bring that one up another time, okay? Please. Thank you very much. All right, the lines will be open for any person we get any other thing for Tokam. We'll get about 3 more minutes for take a few more calls, and then we'll go wrap up for today. All right, no more distraction for this revolution. When I send the message out, the message be very clear. All right, we'll get about 3 more minutes for before here. While we wait for calls, make we honor our forces them, make we honor the boys them, the brave men and women, where they don't give Ambazonia people their hope, where they don't defeat the Republic of Cameroun and restore the dignity of the Ambazonia people them. Make we honor our forces them. Make we honor our forces.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to clap for this valiant young man as they showcase what they have. I believe the chairman of the Ambazonia Cement Forces, Benedict Moore, will be very proud to see that these young men have come out today to showcase what they have after trekking for 3 days from the training ground. Want you to come for this young man. Young man who have decided to put in their own for Ambazonia. I want you to clap a wonderful clap for that valiant young lady as the bamboo is in their feet. Ambazonia!
Your freedom is in your hands. It is going to be.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is Asu Lucas. All right, sir. Yes, we'll post them because now you'll be one of the people then we do also the champion this thing. So now I think I'll put a picture outside. You know, so we're not like we connect, we do things them very straight. So we would like to do things them straight. Yes, sir. Yes. All right, doctor. All right, Dr. G. Let me finish online so that I'll be able to call you. I'm about to wrap up my my outing right now. Let me summarize it and then I'll call you. We can talk about it. I've already ended taking calls right now. I just want to summarize my talk right now. All right.
Inch by inch.
Ambazonia!
Your freedom is in your hands. It is going to be fought inch by inch, block by block.
Power off.
Rooster by rooster.
If you know, we go
their freedom in Lily. Angry man, them say they no one hear them. Cause you know we do the way them did it. I see you blow. Blood of the innocent world. Yes, so come and save us. If we not there, we go die, yo. Cause cow we no get it, tail. Now got the track, he fly, yo. Yes, so come and save us. If you not there, we go die, yo. Cause cow we no get it, tail. Now got the track, he fly, yo.
Think of Seseko, think of Deacon Tarzan, think of Pound 4, think of Mancho BBC, think of Mommy Happy. Are you ready to lay your life for Ambazonia?
All right, my fellow Ambazonians, I want to thank when I say when I don't take the time for joining we for this evening. I take the time for all we for Kanshidon for here, for reason together, think together, talk together. We don't take the time, and I want honor una, and I want thank una plenty. We're there for a very critical time. Make una not live and make any person, any group, any organization, it distract the Ambazonian people them anymore. Make una not give any chance for any group of people whatsoever for do another experiment for the Ambazonian people them. Make una not give any room for any distraction, any confusion, or any madness. Now not the time for remain focused. Now not the time for increase the defense of homeland. Now not the time for increase the amount of guns and bullets we provide them for our defense forces them, for them for intensify the liberation of homeland. For them for defend our mami them, defend our papa them, and protect our communities. For them therefore defend the freedom of the Ambazonian people them. For them for defend Ambazonia territorial integrity. There will be no compromise. Zero. There will be zero compromise. Any person we care about the Ambazonia revolution, make it honor this leadership, rally behind this leadership, or best case scenario, if you get expertise in any shape and form, we suggest Seseko IG Care when our partner, they need a lot of help. When I carry when I expertise, when I go rally around Seseko IG Care, for give them the necessary support where they need them. The Governing Council of Ambazonia is not going to participate for any other German nonsense in the name of creating some artificial structure. We don't move the revolution and our war of independence to the highest level of the international system, and the international system, it is speak directly with the leadership of Governing Council of Ambazonia on behalf of the Ambazonian people them. We not go tolerate any other thing. We go derail we or we go distract we. We don't get the world, make it bring Cameroon to the table. We don't get the United Nations. For the first time since 1961, make it come now for the Ambazonian people them. Now because of the army will build them for ground. Now because of the guns will get them for ground. The world respect power. If you not get power, you be a beggar to the world. And the world not get any space for beggars. The Ambazonian people, this generation don't rise up as the most powerful generation, the bravest and the most courageous. My people them, una continue the mobilization for the defense of homeland. The end of Cameroon don't come. There is no other way, no day. No group no go rally themselves in the form of, say they be neutral. May they bring all Ambazonians together for find a common position. There is only one position. Una hear fine. There is only one position. The freedom, the unconditional freedom and independence of Ambazonia. There is no other position. There is no other position. Now the position that way the leadership don't put up for the UN. Now the position that way they don't put up for all international system. They don't accept the position for the Ambazonian people, their rights for self-determination, and will be proven for ground zero with our guns and our bullets. That the only position that